I'm block volume. Trying to figure out how to work last
Testing, testing. Oh my God, it's working. Okay, I'm live. Can everyone hear me? I'm not sure if everyone can hear me. This was wild. You guys. Oh my God. I'm here. I'm here. And wow. I've realized that, I really do need someone here with me. I've never been in the studio alone. There's like a different camera right now too. Oh, wait, now okay, yay. Okay, you guys can hear me. Now I can hear myself through my phone. Hello, everyone. I made it. I barely made it. I mean, I'm like an hour late. And by the way, I wish I was just live the entire time coming into the studio, because if you all saw what I had to go through to get in here today, first of all, the garage, like to open the garage was a whole adventure in itself. I I couldn't even open the garage. I was like pushing all my weight and like pushing it up, and like it was just, and then I had quiet on FaceTime. I had Miko calling me on the other line. I couldn't switch over to him. Then I'm like, how do I turn on the lights? How do I turn on this? What cord am I putting in? I got very reliant, everyone, on obviously those who are part of this show. But hello, how is everyone doing? Oh my God, I can't even believe I was about to give up. I'm not gonna lie. I was about to be like, you know what? Maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe I don't go, live today. And I was just gonna accept that. But it happened. I see that we got a new member too, but I can't see who it is. And I just want to say, welcome to the new member. Wow. I made it. Dylan. Hey, Alexa, hope you had an amazing weekend and hope you have an amazing Valentine's Day tomorrow. Thank you so much, Dylan. Thank you so much for being here. And Becca, I know, I was like, ugh. And then Quiet was like, you really do not know how to get this leverage. I was like, I do not. But yet I had a home birth and still I could not open this garage door, but I'm here. And thank you so much, Dylan. Thank you, everyone. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Becca. Hi, Sia. Hi, Mom. Hi, all the mods. It's so nice to see everyone here. What a wild couple of days it has been, from Dan Schneider to the Super Bowl to, Joe Biden trolling in the worst way possible, which I think is going to go down in history as just absolutely disgusting and disturbing, in my personal opinion. But it has been quite the couple of days. And to be honest, I feel like my nervous system is a little bit shot from it. I'm feeling, I don't know, that whole lead up to the doc trailer dropping just really was a lot. And I don't think I realized it fully. Like, I don't think I actually realized how intense that was. It was a long time coming, and I really didn't know what to expect or how many people were going to be coming forward when it came to Dan Schneider, and, just to see all these people having their own experiences and not knowing, these people, not knowing them at all, but being connected to them in this sad way. I don't know. The whole thing was just a lot. And I'm sure a lot of people here can relate to that. You think that you've hit a level of, I don't know, your body catching up to it all. And then something happens and you just kind of realize there's a new wave of your body, and your mind having to like regulate the new information. And I don't know, it's just been a lot. And so I'm a little bit tired and feeling a whole bunch of different emotions, but it's so nice to see everyone here. I have some exciting news. I want to ask everyone here, actually, how many of you have watched my Rolling Stone episodes here on YouTube? They were actually the first. I don't know if I ever told this to anyone here on the chat or live, but I was filming the first few episodes of this show while I was in my birth window. And we just filmed like, I think it was like 5 hours. I don't know if Miko's here in the chat. He's probably, watching the kids, but we filmed like 5 hours late at night to like 4 in the morning while Nova was sleeping. And, we were like, okay, we'll just take those 4 to 5 hours and make them multiple different episodes during my postpartum. And it was the wildest. I kept thinking possibly I was going to be going into labor. I was literally in my birth window, and I exposed Rolling Stone. Oh, I'm a new member. Christina, new member. So nice to have you here. Okay, so if you look through, this was not a live. This was pre-recorded. If you look at the Noah SHACHTMAN, or however you say his name, Noah, and Marlo the dog, and the Jay Penske video, basically it's like a 3-parter. And it was a really hard decision for me personally, because, as a survivor, I was already feeling some movement, some waves of survivors getting a lot of visibility. And I sadly had a very bad experience with Rolling Stone when it came to specifically Brian Friedman. And I had to make a choice there where, is it important to just be neutral on this, or do I grab the bully by the horns, essentially? Do I expose what I experienced in hopes of survivors and allies out there understanding all of the different layers survivors have to go through to get their stories told, or even to get other people's stories told, right? And it was a hard decision for me because, PMC, Rolling Stone isn't just Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone is owned by PMC. It's owned by this man named Jay Penske, which if you Google him and his Boots, Piss, ASSAULT, it's not really that surprising, but Jay Penske is this individual who thinks he's honestly Gatsby, and he bought up all of Hollywood media. He owns Hollywood Reporter, he owns Variety, he owns Billboard, he owns, I think, Deadline, all of them, pretty much all of them. And so if you go up against a company like Rolling Stone, you are going up against the entire monopoly of Jay Penske's media corporations. And, that's a little bit risky because we need visibility, and survivors are constantly at fear or feeling the fear of retaliation for speaking up for themselves or exposing, corruption when it comes to predatory behavior. And so I made the decision to expose them. I showed the receipts, I showed the conversations, I went through all of it. And, one of the main reasons why I'm mentioning this today is because around November of last year, there was this NPR article that we'll be getting into where Noah SHACHTMAN ends up getting totally exposed by NPR for allegedly covering up for a PDF file. And, it was a whole investigation. People came forward anonymously, and it really validated my personal experience with Noah and Rolling Stone. And no one was really listening to me about it. Well, now fast forward, Noah is gone. Noah is gone. Noah is gone. Noah. If you guys saw those videos, you'll know why I'm saying it like that. But Noah is gone. And this is huge for me personally and for so many survivors out there, because it did take a few months for them to announce his step down, his resign, whatever they like to call it. But it happened, and we are seeing change when it comes to not only predatory behavior, but we are seeing change when it comes to enablers, people that are enabling predatory behavior. And, you know, these companies might not care about us, but they do care about the look of their company. And, you know, also, like Brian Friedman says, you know, do you have litigation in your business model? And a lot of these companies do have litigation in their business model, and they're starting to understand that there is now a higher chance that they're going to be held liable for cover up, right? For, what's the word I'm looking for? There's another word I'm looking for, but I can't even think about it right now because life. But they're now understanding the liability lies in the cover up, and that sooner or later, the things are going to come to light. People are going to find out what these companies are doing behind closed doors and what are their morals. And let's not forget, you know, this comes back to even Joe Biden, everything we're going to talk about today. You know, we're contributing to these companies one way or another, right? With a click that gives that company a bunch of ad revenue. And what are they doing with the money that we are essentially giving these corporations, right? And when we think about that, who are they financially rewarding? Who are they protecting? And I'm just really happy today that I did what I did. I'm happy that I made those 3 parts. Was it 4 parts? Maybe it was 4 parts. I made these 3 parts, 4 parts about Rolling Stone, about PMC. And I really went in depth. And there was actually a lot more that I didn't end up saying because I didn't have the time. And then Justin Long happened, and then Brandon Quinn happened. But I'm so happy that I did that. And so many people were like, don't do that. You know, don't do that because there will be retaliation. And sure enough, you all want to know what Noah did? So when I expose Noah, when I expose Marlo Stern, when I expose Marlo Stern and I expose Noah, I guess, what was it? A few months later, not even maybe. Yeah, I think it was a few months later. I ended up coming forward about my experience with Jonah Hill. And that really went everywhere. I don't know if anyone remembers this, but it really was everywhere. I did it specifically because I wanted to support the EA survivor, Sarah Brady, because as a survivor, I would get so many different DMs about my predator privately. And so many people did not actually actively come forward in solidarity with me, but they would be in solidarity with me privately. And as much as that also was very consoling, it didn't feel like enough. I was still left out there alone, right? Marlo blocked me at that time. That's hilarious. Becca, wait, Marlo blocked you? Get out. Wait, he was having a Christy Carlson Romano moment. He was having a Christy Carlson Romano moment, I'm guessing. Becca, that's hilarious. That's like a badge of honor, honestly, Becca, if Marlo the dog was was blocking you. So wait, what was I going to say? Oh, okay. So I came forward so that I could support Sarah, not privately, not just privately, but publicly. And I wasn't expecting, I really wasn't. And sometimes I think to myself, I really got to be careful what I'm tweeting. Like, you know, I think I'm just talking to myself sometimes, or just like my followers, and then things really spread on Twitter, which is fine. But sometimes it can be a little bit nerve-wracking. And so it went everywhere. You know, it was Page Six. It was, it was literally most publications. But guess where it was not? And not, now here's to remind you all, it wasn't that my story didn't get told. It was Sarah Brady's story that didn't get told. And in my opinion, it was out of retaliation because of what I exposed about Rolling Stone and Noah. And this is why people warned me, right? This is why people don't want you to speak up, because survivors are in a situation where the retaliation is brutal, honestly. What I didn't like about it, I mean, I didn't like any of it, but what I really didn't like about it was that Sarah Brady's story got buried because of me coming forward about Rolling Stone and about Noah. And so I kept waiting. I was like, okay, is Rolling Stone going to say something about Sarah Brady? Is Rolling Stone going to say something about my story? Nothing. Nothing. And I heard through the grapevines a couple of things, right? Didn't happen. But you want to hear what's really funny about it? So Rolling Stone has a publication in like many different countries, right? Many different countries. And so I was Googling one night trying to figure out if, Rolling Stone mentioned anything about Sarah Brady. And so I put in Sarah Brady, I put in me, Rolling Stone, and you know what I found? In Brazil! Which, shout out to Brazil. I don't know if anyone is from Brazil in here in the chat, but I'm giving a huge shout out to Brazil right now. Rolling Stone Brazil did a whole article about Jonah Hill, about Sarah Brady, and about me. And I couldn't believe it, because it goes to show you what happens when you go up against these powerful men. And it wasn't Rolling Stone, it wasn't necessarily PMC that was blocking the story, but in my opinion, it was Noah. It was Noah. And that was a form of retaliation for me speaking up and speaking out about him. And not only speaking out about him, but when I found out about the NPR article, I had a lot to say about it. He was accused of some serious things in that NPR article. There were allegedly 10 inside Rolling Stone employees that had not so good things to say about Noah and about Jordan. What is his name? Not Jordan. Is it James? God, I keep forgetting what his name is. Let me find it really quickly. What is his name? Oh, his name is... Where is it? James Gordon Meek. Actually, let's just show this really quickly. I don't know if you all can see this. So the man to the right here is a journalist, a very, very well-known journalist. He, I'm pretty positive right now, is in jail, in prison, and he did plead guilty for being a PDF file. And Noah, over there to the left, was allegedly blocking that accusation out of a story that this woman, Tatiana, was writing, that she had inside scoop about what he was being rated about. And Noah didn't want, this is what the article was basically pointing at, Noah didn't want his good friend, James Gordon Meek, to be known for what he was up to. And Tatiana ends up getting, her mom ends up passing. She ends up having to leave Rolling Stone for a bit. And, Noah did something that he wasn't really supposed to do, allegedly, which was be super hands-on on Tatiana's article. He promised her that everything was going to remain within the article that she wrote, which was specifically about CP, PDF file, all of it. And when she was gone, he took those things out, allegedly. He removed the most important aspect about James Gordon Meek, and not only did he remove it, but he made the article this whole James Gordon Meek is a whistleblower and the government's after him because he's like a superhero journalist. So not only did he take out that he CP PDF file, not only did he, take that out, but he also created an article or sculpted an article in such a way that made you feel like James Gordon Meek was this revolutionary man and that the government wasn't liking how revolutionary he was. And that's what's even more appalling about Noah. That's what's even more appalling about him is he not only took it out, but he was making an article now that praised him. Sure enough, a little bit after that article came out. Oh, and also Slack, everyone. You know what Slack is? Where basically, people in work environments, they'll have like projects, and they're like, it's like Discord, but a professional version of Discord, and it's called Slack. And so in Slack, he ended up telling his employees or the people that he worked with to not show a photo of James Gordon Meek, right? Wait, is the chat going? Hopefully the chat's going. Am I all good, everyone? Let me know in the chat if I'm all good, because I keep feeling like something bad's gonna happen at any second. Okay, good. I see the chat's going still. Okay. But what was I gonna say? Oh, he didn't want James Gordon Meek's face to be on the article. And he told everyone to give him something FBI-y. FBI-y. And sure enough, that's what they did. The cover photo for the article that should have been about CP and PDF file, and that's why he was being raided, he made it this FBI photo, and like the government is against this incredible whistleblower. Now listen, what he was doing when it came to Brian Friedman, in my opinion, was pretty much the same thing when it came to James Gordon Meek, right? Because I would find out from the journalists at Rolling Stone that they didn't even understand why Noah wasn't giving the green light for this story. I mean, you have to remember the Brian Friedman story. This is public court documents about him gang R-ing, right? A minor. And these are public court documents. And when it comes to public court documents, it means that there's like a litigation privilege to it. Whatever is in a complaint, that means then it's fair game, essentially, for journalists to be able to report on it. And, long story short, they weren't the ones who ended up releasing the Brian Friedman story. It ended up being a non-PMC company because, in my opinion, I ended up finding out halfway through, protesting and waiting for the story to come out, because it was a very important story to be told. I ended up finding out that Jay Penske, who is the owner of PMC, who owns Rolling Stone, his lawyer is Brian Friedman. Brian Friedman. Actually, I'm going to give this to the chat here really quickly. Here. This is the here's the MPA. Here's the NPR article, warning, trigger warning, like it says, accusations and incidents of child SA. So, please, trigger warning. So, anyways, let's get to the good news. Let's get to the good news. So I woke up, what was this? God, what day is it? It's February 13th. There's Brian Friedman. Lawyers. God, lawyers, man. Okay. So I wake up a couple days ago, and of course, a lot of people are messaging me this because I have been very outspoken about Noah and Rolling Stone for a while. And so everyone's like, oh my God, can you wait till you see this? And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Let's show it. Drum roll, please. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Wow, you can tell I'm tired today, right? I'm like loopy from the no sleep. So, children. Okay, so here's Noah tweeting. It was February 9th. And he says here, after 2.5 amazing years at Rolling Stone, I'm stepping down as editor in chief as of March 1st. It's the right decision. They always say that, by the way. And this is like the lawyer lingo. This is what was agreed upon probably for months. I doubt that this happened overnight. I'm sure this was a conversation in the making. And then they agreed to what the final statement, public statement's going to be. This is in my opinion, but that's usually how it goes. And so it's the right decision, one Gus Wenner and I made after many discussions about the direction of the brand. Guys, so fun fact, while I was protesting the Grammys, we were like circling around the entire arena trying to figure out what was the best place for us to protest. And I end up literally passing Gus Wenner. And Gus Wenner, he is the son of the creator of Rolling Stone. And his father is extremely problematic, has accusations himself. In my opinion, not a good guy, right? And so Gus is his son. And Gus just happened to be sitting out, like standing outside, having a smoke while we were protesting around the arena. And so I got an opportunity to basically go onto the megaphone right in front of Gus, which it was not live, which I'm so bummed. It was not live. Stepping down as predator in chief. Wait, that's amazing. That's amazing. Becca, that's a real good one. So I was able to tell him like, hey, oh Noah, oh Ethan, like I know about Brian Friedman, and I got to like say it literally right in front, and he knew who I was right away. Once he saw me coming with the megaphone, he was just like, it's Alexa. And I guess these guys don't like me that much, but that's all right. I'm not necessarily here to be liked by men like that. Necessarily. Allison, leave no crumbs, survivors. Alexa has me clutching my pearls too. Allison, you're amazing. Thank you so much for being here, Allison. So they don't like me, and that's fine because I don't like them that much either. I haven't seen them show up as good people in the world. I have seen things behind the scenes that I am not a fan of. And so anyways, long story short, at least I got to have Gus Wenner hear me in person. And then I didn't know, though, at the time that they were probably already in talks of letting go of Noah and Marlo Stern, too, which I can't go into all of that today. So please, please watch Beware of Marlo the Dog Stern. I think that's what the video is called. Please watch that video so you can know more about Marlo Stern, because that individual as well is, in my opinion, very problematic for survivors. I don't recommend him if you have a story and you're trying to get it heard. Marlo, in my opinion, is not really the best catch there. So anyways, let's go back to what Noah has to say here on Twitter. Okay, so one Gus Wenner and I made after many discussions about the direction of the brand. I'm so proud of all we've accomplished together, culture shaping scoops and profiles, a national magazine award. Then he goes on to say all of his accolades, right? Because he wants to make sure that, everyone knows what he brought to the company. But Noah, oh Noah, what you brought to the company was allegations that you were covering up and protecting a PDF file, man. And so all of these accolades, like I hope that these men are starting to understand that these accolades are not going to mean anything if you're not a good human being. If you don't stand on the right side of history. And listen, it's not even about standing on the right side of history. It's about accountability. And I didn't see Noah step up like, what's his name? Is his name Noah too? Neil Portnow. You know, he was telling women they need to step up. These men need to step up. And they need to hold themselves accountable for things that they have done that are either harmful, problematic, etc. And I didn't see Noah do that. I never saw him apologize about the James Gordon Meek situation. And so whatever, he goes on to talk about his accolades. Your accolades are not going to be necessarily fully remembered, Noah, because of what was, I think might be possibly, allegedly, the reason why you are stepping down in editor-in-chief. And so anyways, it goes Emmy nomination, more than 2 billion views in the last year alone. And most importantly, the assembling of a genuinely remarkable team. I can't wait to see how Gus & Co. build on RS. Welcome to the Chef's Kiss, Brett. It's so nice to see you here. And I won't be doing so entirely on the sidelines. I'll be a contributing writer for Rolling Stone. Oh, wait, I didn't see this part. I'll also be writing for other outlets while I work on a startup project. More on that to come. So wait, Noah. Wait. I love that he's trying to be like, I had this whole other project and like, that's why I'm stepping down. Yada, 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 yada. And you're just like, dude, I'm pretty sure, man, that the company almost flipped their lid when they read that NPR article and what it made Rolling Stone as a brand, as a company, look like. And then I'm sure that my own testimony about my experience, I'm going to start calling it that. Not even, I like that actually. I'm not even going to say survivor's comments anymore or survivor's story. I'm going to start saying survivor's testimony. There's something very powerful about that. And I like that better. So let's keep that. Let's remember that testimony. But my testimony's out there about my experience with Rolling Stone. And then you got that NPR article. And I'm sure that was very upsetting for a major company like Rolling Stone. Now, he's trying to make it like he has a side project going on. I guess he's still going to be writing for Rolling Stone. That might have also been possibly part of the agreement with him stepping down. You know how the thing goes. Dan Schneider with his $7 million severance. And then look at all of his shows are being rebooted. And so what does it really mean, right? It's all just to wash the hands of not looking like bad guys, essentially. So, all right. So he goes, more on that to come. Looking forward to hearing about your startup company, Noah. But then how I knew this had a lot more to do with what I came forward about and what NPR was showing was because, drum roll please. Wait, can I have some puppy emojis? I need to make a Miko, if Miko's listening, I need to make a Marlo the dog mascot emoji. That's something I cannot forget about. So drum roll, please. Da-na-na-na-na. Oh, whoa. Okay. Wait, I didn't have it open. Wait, where is it? Come on, dude. Where was it? Whoa, he tweeted a lot after. Okay, hey, wait. I think it's coming. Whoa, he responded a lot to everybody. Marlo, look at this. Look at all these thanks. Oh my God, dude. Did you respond to every single person that, wait, hold on a second. I need to make sure that I can find, hold on, you guys, because I really want to pull this up and I know that it is somewhere here. Okay. All right. I found it. You guys ready? Dun, 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 dun. Today's my last day at Rolling Stone due to a change in editorial strategy, which, by the way, he even put it in parentheses. Change in editorial strategy. Was a pleasure working with my colleagues. Marlo, a pleasure working with your freaking colleagues. You know that's a joke, right, Marlo? You were talking shit about your actual colleagues to me. Talking down about Tatiana, calling Ethan Millman a green reporter, talking poorly about pretty much everyone at Rolling Stone prior to you working there, and Noah. You defended Noah to me. like I've never seen an individual do before, in the most condescending, man-explaining, how do I say it? Mansplaining, and you legit got complaints. Complaints were sent about how you were talking about your colleagues. And so I find these men are honestly, some of these men, individuals in these positions of power, are just so cringe. So cringe. Yeah, totally Marlo right now. It's totally Joe Biden. You're just like, dude, come on. Come on, Marlo. I have you talking shit. And I put them on my YouTube channel about your colleagues. And yeah, Ethan has his own whatever. But how he spoke about even Ethan, I thought was really distasteful. And instead of doing the right thing and maybe saying he didn't agree with how Noah was showing up at his job, he took all the time to discredit Tatiana, time to discredit Ethan. And so this tweet is a joke as well, in my opinion. So it was a pleasure working with my colleagues there who do great work, and I hope the shift in direction doesn't affect other people. What does that mean? Is he thinking that because he's leaving, or because he got fired? I'm just making a joke. This is just satirical. He got fired. That his presence not being there is going to affect other people. What? Like what? Everyone's going to miss Marlo the dog and Noah? I doubt it. I really doubt that, because from what I also heard from different, people that worked at Rolling Stone, was that Noah wasn't necessarily the nicest boss. Made people feel like shit. And, I heard that. And then the NPR thing happened. Jordan, whatever, James Gordon Meek. And then, you're like, I really don't think anyone's necessarily 100% going to miss these bros. But I love and appreciate that these bros think they're going to be so missed. And that the company is going to suffer without these two individuals there. And so here he is. Hope that shift in direction doesn't affect other people. Proud of the March cover story, which I had the pleasure of editing. And you're like, okay, got it. And then it goes thread here on just some of the stuff I worked on during my time at Rolling Stone. So you can tell he's a little bit, he's whimpering a little bit. He's whimpering a little bit because his ego got a little bit bruised, I'm sure. And you have to remember that, from my knowledge, Marlo Stern left Daily Beast, which, by the way, Noah used to be the editor-in-chief at Daily Beast. Then Noah left Daily Beast for Rolling Stone. And then shortly after that, maybe a few years, a year and a half, I don't even know the timeline here, Marlo then leaves Daily Beast to go work for Noah. I think Noah plucked him from Daily Beast over to Rolling Stone, or hired him. And guess what? And I said this in one of my comments that didn't necessarily get into the Los Angeles Times, but I did write it nonetheless. And I said that these companies need to know that if they are going to stand with predatory behavior, they are going to fall with it too. If they want to stand with predators, if they want to stand with predatory behavior, they are going to fall with them too. And to me, this is what it looks like, right? Marlo was standing up for Noah. Noah was standing up for James Gordon Meek. And now look, Noah is doing a startup company, and Marlo is trying to have people remember all the great things that he did at Rolling Stone over a 6-month period. So this is a good day. I like little experiences like this, or seeing this, because it's showing that there is momentum when it comes to progress, when it comes to not only are we not accepting predators, right? We're also not accepting people that protect them. And I don't think Rolling Stone would have necessarily done anything if the NPR article didn't come out, right? It's not like these companies actually care per se. But I really hope this sends a message that the things that you are doing behind closed doors, who you're protecting, who you're covering up for, who you consider a buddy, who you consider a friend, right? When it comes to light, what is the public going to think? What is the public going to say? Are they going to approve of that type of behavior that all of you do behind closed doors? I don't think so. And so same with wait, I see some watermelons up in here. Loving the watermelons. We're going to get into that today. So, I just want to show everyone that Noah, Marlo, the dog, TBH Marlo, bye. TBH Marlo, bye. So this was really great to see. I'm not going to lie here. Now, moving on from that, where are we? So the Super Bowl happened. And meanwhile, while the Super Bowl was happening, horrific things were taking place. There's things that I cannot mention here because I'm on YouTube. And, this, I don't know how many days we are in with this. October 7th to, it is like, this is a nightmare. And it's a very beyond scary nightmare because of how people are treating the conversation around it. I have never seen more people divided over genocide. And it is very scary to witness because, in my opinion, Bibi Netanyahu is a predator. He sure acts like one. And predators love when they can get people divided. Because with division creates a win for the bad guys. When everyone is united in love and in justice and in equity and in liberation, we change the fucking world. We really do. Go look throughout history. What happens when we stand together? Powerful things happen. When we are divided, it's a lot harder to get things done. It takes longer. And it really breaks my heart that I'm seeing so many people arguing with one another about this. And I'm very upset that people get upset with me, that me mentioning it makes me a miserable human being. I don't know about miserable, man. I think my heart is broken. I can't really enjoy things the way that I did before what I'm seeing on my Instagram feed when it comes to Palestine. I can't wash so many images and video content out of my mind. And the fact that people are dissing people for caring about human life is a very upsetting thing. We shouldn't be arguing with one another about human life. Period. We should want every human being to be able to have freedom, liberation, equity, justice, and just life itself. And so, I posted last night. I posted last night about the Super Bowl and about what's his name? What's his name? Travis KELCE. I posted about him because I saw him go, like, basically yelling into a freaking mic, like, "Viva Las Vegas." And you're just like, what? And yeah, of course, this is, I know he's not going to say, ceasefire, right? I know he's not going to say free Palestine. I know he's not going to say a fucking thing, honestly. I know that. But for me, it's just really painful to watch a lot of these individuals in these power positions. Like, I heard that Super Bowl had the highest ranking of all time on Sunday. It was something like 124 million people watched the Super Bowl. That's a huge reach. And all of our voices do matter. Everyone in Palestine has been saying that our voices do matter, like to keep speaking up, to keep posting, to keep protesting, right? And that's all they're even asking for out of our day here while they're suffering and things I cannot say on YouTube. And so when I keep seeing all of these powerful people in positions of power, not utilizing their power positions for good, for, again, equity, liberation, justice for all, it does upset me. And I do get bummed, even though, listen, I'm not holding my breath for them to do something, right? I know that they're probably not going to say a thing. But at the same time, these are my tax dollars, our tax dollars going towards this. And if I want to diss the fact that people aren't speaking up on behalf of Palestine, on behalf of what we're seeing right now, I have the right to do that. And all of our voices do matter. JC, currently at step 9 and 9 of 10 steps of Jenny's side. Oh, look at, I see the watermelon. So, it's just upsetting. I'm upset, and listen, I saw people saying, like, why didn't you say anything about the Grammys? So I'm going to say it now. It was very upsetting to see nobody say anything at the Grammys other than Annie Lennox. And, Phoebe Bridgers did wear the Artists for Ceasefire pins. And that was really great to see. It's just, if I were in those rooms and knowing what's happening right now, I wouldn't be able to not take a stand or to use my voice and utilize it in a way that at least lets everyone know where I stand as a person. That I don't stand with GENOCIDE. I want people to know that. And I'm proud of letting people know that. That's not something to feel shameful about. The opposite. And so it's upsetting. And so let's play this clip, though, for a minute. And these are babies. These are children, right? And we raised collectively in the eatpredators community over $1,000 for Palestine. And I do want to say thank you to the community again for being a part of that fundraiser, those few episodes that we did. And but anyways, let's see where is this here? Where is he? Let's find this YouTube clip. God, okay. Here is Travis KELCE. Let's check it out. Hopefully this works. Let me know if I should turn up the audio a little bit. Let me know if you guys can hear this. There we go. I'm sorry. Listen. If there wasn't a GENOCIDE happening right now, go at it. Go at your Viva Las Vegas, whatever that was. Totally fine. But just to hear, like, I was just waiting for somebody. You got 124 million people listening. And we know what's happening, obviously, now during the Super Bowl, because they strategically choose these times when people are distracted to do horrific attacks. We know now. And I just thought, what a great opportunity to speak to 124 million people, right? Not that many people get ever an opportunity to reach that many people. And I just feel like the least that we can do right now is use our voices and amplify each other's voices and amplify the voices of Palestine. And that's all we actually, some of us can do. And it doesn't take anything out of our day at all. And it's just sad to see these individuals still choosing. And look at this baby right there, right? And it's just sad as a mom, like now I just can't stop thinking about all the babies I'm seeing in Palestine, you know, unalive. Just celebrity culture does suck. And it's not like I'm expecting, you know, it to change overnight. But sometimes I have to vent about the fact that it is really sad that people do have these incredible positions of power to be able to say something, have the voices be heard, amplify voices that are not heard, and they choose not to do it. And it was just really upsetting. It was really upsetting, and it's sad to see in my comment section, like I basically said, you know, I said that I wouldn't date him. I wouldn't date him. I wouldn't date him. I'm like currently in this place in my life, you know, where are you down for a permanent ceasefire or not? Because it says a lot to me about the person and where they stand when it comes to humanity. And again, when it comes to liberation, justice, equity, liberation, you know, where do you stand on that? And what's happening right now really lets me know where people stand when it comes to humanity, and it really does mean something. And so I said that I wouldn't date him, and I wouldn't. And you know, I wouldn't. And I am bummed out that when it comes to Taylor Swift, she hasn't said something. But we don't need to expect, right, these celebrities to say anything. It's not about expecting it. It's just being bummed out when you realize that this is the choice that they're making. This is where they stand. And you want them to be better. You want everyone to be better. This isn't even about celebrities. It's about friends, family members, right? Thanksgiving, you know, Christmas dinner or whatever. You know, when you're having to have the tough conversations with your family members and you end up learning where they stand on things. You know, you want people to be better. And when they're not, it is deeply upsetting. And I think it's important for us to encourage others. Or like what's a friend of mine, Kim, says, a person that I know, talks about calling people in. And, you know, I can't really, I really love that term because sometimes you call people out and sometimes you call people in. And I think as humans, we want people to be better. We do. And I don't think there's any wrong with us encouraging one another to be better. And so that was kind of the reason for me when I was, you know, talking about what I was talking about on Instagram. And, you know, we want people to be better. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's what makes us human. And that's love. That's love right there, is wanting people to be better. Because you believe in them. So, you know, that's that when it comes to Travis, Mr. Viva Las Vegas. Can we just call him Viva Las Vegas? He's just Mr. Viva Las Vegas from this point on. What is Ali saying? I agree that calling people out isn't helpful, so figure out how to invite people in. Exactly. They value money over humanity, and it's awful. And this is so true. And this is the internalized predatory behavior in a lot of people. Because I really do believe that capitalism, obviously supremacy, colonialism. These are this is the eye of the predator. And there's an incredible quote, and I'm forgetting who said this, what her name is, but she basically said that the systems live within us. And it's so true, because to end up changing anything that's external, we have to work on where it lives within us internally. Because it does, we internalize the external world. And I see it with my daughter and I see it with my son. You know, they're like sponges. We're sponges. And we're absorbing every single thing around us, right? And I do believe that these predatory tactics or predator supremacy, whatever you want to call it, pieces of it are lodged within us. And we're seeing that right now. We're really seeing that right now. And I think that is why people are choosing money over human life, is because they have not only just absorbed predatory indoctrination, but they are letting it live and breathe within them. And there is a choice that we make. I really do think there's a choice that we make, and it's about being a cycle breaker. There are people that want to break the cycle of ABUSC, of predatory behavior, and there are people that do not break the cycle. And I'm really starting to see people really in those two categories lately. I can't unsee it. You're like, okay, cycle breaker. Okay, not a cycle breaker. And the sad part about this is all of our behavioral patterns and how we show up in the world does stem from our own personal trauma, even if it's generational trauma, right? You know, which we're learning a lot about now, even with science. Like, we're learning about generational trauma. We're learning about these things getting passed on through our genes. And it's what we choose. It's what we choose. And how we choose to show up in the world that really matters. And, you know, what's the chat? What is the chat saying in here? By denying others' humanity, they deny their own. Yeah, and it's like, we're all human. We're human. Let's be human. Humanity. Oh yeah, do you guys need me to can you guys hear me now? I was talking a little bit softly. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. But yeah, so, you know, that's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling when it comes to that. And it's sad that I'm seeing so many comments just of people wanting to bring down one another for being human, for being empathetic for human life. That's just so sad. It's volume is better. Thank you so much, Cheyenne. It's like, why are we tearing each other down for having empathy for human life? Like, what the hell's going on? Come on. We are so better than that. Okay, so then I'm sitting next to my really good friend Prashant Sibi, who, by the way, teaches the meditation, which will be coming up. Sorry that there has been a delay on that. But Sibi is an incredible friend of mine. And we're sitting next to him, and he goes, wait, did Biden literally just post this on Instagram? Wait, where is it? You guys, you can't even make this shit up, right? I mean, what is this? And I know he says here, this guy is such a, wait, why can't I see what does it say? Like, just like we drew it up. Empathy is weird. Right? It's so ridiculous. But this Biden, okay, first of all, Biden, no offense to Biden, but I can't understand like most of the things that he says. Like, I wish in the Discord, actually, there are some amazing clips of Biden just saying the most ridiculous. You're like, what? And then all of a sudden he starts talking about a frog. And then you're like, wait, well, why are you talking about a frog? I don't know. let's just say Joe Biden doesn't necessarily always know what he's talking about. And then out of nowhere, he starts trolling the internet, which obviously I'm guessing was an intern that's working for him that posted this and thought this was going to be, I don't know, a good look for the campaign. That's no one's going to be voting for Joe Biden. I'm saying right here, right now, like I can't vote for Joe Biden just because I refuse to vote any more of these motherfuckers in. I just can't do it because also I can't sleep at night knowing what he's doing, and I can't do it. But anyways, he's trolling the internet. But what I think is so disturbing and disgusting about this is that we all know what happened, you know, the night of the Super Bowl, and there's things that I cannot say on YouTube. So hopefully you are following this. We know what happened, and to post this, it doesn't make me think about the conservatives that are saying that, you know, Taylor Swift and Travis KELCE or whatever are what are they called? Psychops? What are people saying? That it's like the Democratic Party is using them to whatever. What is it? My friend, what is this? My friend thinks it's because the Super Bowl has been overpowered. So please consider, please donate. I see the spot fund here in the chat. So what was I saying? Okay, so this is just, I mean, come on, right? It's just disturbing. And to be honest, that's exactly how I think of Joe Biden. I think that picture is actually extremely accurate when it comes to who Joe Biden is as a person. You know, he is scary. There is a possession there of predatory behavior, of not caring about human life, and he is terrifying. And so at the same time, it is very accurate. It's pretty accurate when it comes to Joe Biden for me personally, but imagine how everyone feels right now, everywhere, when it comes to how America treats this world. And then you see our president of the United States like posting this. I don't know. It's just not, I'm not proud of it. Are you? This is who we voted in because we didn't have a choice. Remember that? And I'm so tired of this whole thing. That's very also ABUSIVE. I don't know if survivors want to talk about this for a second, but you know how like, or at least for me, my predator would always give me a lot of ultimatums. Like, well, just like a lot of ultimatums. And I felt very pressured, coerced, obviously, into things. And that election really did feel like that. And it's feeling like it again, where you're feeling pressured into doing something that you know is not necessarily right, and that you know that us collectively can make a change, and we don't have to have these same individuals running this country. We can do it. I really do believe we can, but they want to make us feel like we don't have the power. They really want us to think that. And it's feeling coercive. It's feeling, and I think we're waking up to it. I think we are waking up to the ways in which predators operate. And when we're collectively starting to go, you know what? Maybe this isn't the only option. Maybe that's what they're saying, but maybe there is an other option. I really do think that we can collectively create a wave when it comes to no longer allowing them to coerce us into these two-party, choices. It's so ancient. It's so patriarchal. It's honestly so predatory. And it makes us constantly feel like we only have two choices, and we don't. And it's time to break that cycle too. And so, I won't be voting for him, and definitely not after that post, especially when I was looking at my Instagram feed and like scrolling on Instagram, and you're seeing what's happening everywhere, but specifically Palestine, and you're scrolling and then you see that, and it's like, I'm sorry. I am just having empathy for human life should be encouraged. We're taught this and to be kind towards others from an early age. Exactly. And unfortunately, a lot of people seem to forget it when they get older. And it's so true, Dylan, because, now raising 2 children, I love buying books for Nova. I love buying books for Truth, and the books that I choose, I'm very conscious about my decision making when it comes to books that I read to them. And it's so true. Like at most kids' books, even, it's about we're better together, and the power of kindness and the power of standing up for somebody who's being beaten down. These are things that we learn in elementary school and in preschool. And as adults, we forget it, just like algebra. It's so sad. It's like we know the right way. We know what feels good. We know what makes a difference. And I remember reading this quote recently about history. And I forgot who said this, but basically that history does not repeat itself. People do. And what's so interesting about that is whenever we are able to name or specify the thing that we're talking about that we need to fix or alter, the minute that we are able to have understand what it is, that's the first step, right, into creating change. But when I think about the whole saying of history repeats itself, it makes it feel like it's this external force, right, that is not tangible, that we don't have control of, and it just repeats itself. But when we shift that into history doesn't repeat itself, people do, then we start looking in the mirror. We start looking at each other, and change can happen. And it was such a remarkable, I just thought that was so incredible. History does not repeat itself, people do. And we're seeing it. We're seeing people over and over and over and over again repeating these ABUSIVE ways. And we got to make a change. We got to take a stand. This is so not the way. Arguing with one another about this is also so not the way. It's really not the way. We know it feels right. We do. We are better together. We really freaking are. And anyways, Joe Biden just upsets me. I'm not a fan of whatever, this post was. And apparently I guess he has a TikTok, but I was trying to find the video and I couldn't. Was this it? Oh God, that's his actual display photo on TikTok? Wait. This is his new vibe. This is his new look. Can you guys believe this? The inhumanity of humanity is sickening. They aren't anything but flesh and bone. I know. What we are capable of is alarming. We must be extreme in advocating for anti-V. Agreed. Agreed, Becca. Agreed. What happened after that shimbal? I don't watch mainstream news. Yeah, well, I don't watch mainstream news either. I'm getting everything pretty much through the sources that I now have found that to be reliable, and obviously through social media articles. But can we believe that this is his actual TikTok photo? And I'm guessing, I don't know, should we watch some of this? Let's just watch it. Why not?
Chiefs or Niners?
Two great quarterbacks, hard to decide. But if I didn't say I was for the Eagles, then I'd be sleeping alone. My wife's a Philly girl.
Game or commercials?
Game.
Game or halftime show?
Game.
Jason KELCE or Travis KELCE?
Mama KELCE. I understand she makes great chocolate chip cookies.
Deviously plotting to rig the season so the Chiefs
Wait,
Super Bowl, or the Chiefs just being a good football
what?
team?
You get in trouble if I told you.
Trump or Biden?
Oh!
Are you kidding? Biden.
Chiefs or Niners?
Wait. Why does
Two
that just
great
come in
quarterbacks,
at
hard
random
to
in that
decide.
video?
But
That
if
was
I didn't say
terrifying.
I was
Do you guys
for the-
remember those YouTube videos back in the day where you would like watch them or share them, or they were like on email chains, and it would be like click on this, and then you'd be watching something, and then like a scary face like comes onto the screen? That's what it felt like that was. I could barely understand him. There's one that's so good though with him with the frogs, and you're like, what are you talking about, dude? What are you talking? Wow, 8.1 million views. 8.1 million views. And this is somebody that is okaying what we are all seeing collectively on our social media feeds. And you're just like, what the actual fuck? Just can't stand him. We got to be better. I am though looking forward to us collectively talking when it comes to election season. You know, I feel like this is going to be a pretty interesting lead up. I'm really not happy, but I'm happy to have this community, and you know, we can collectively talk about it, mourn, grieve, and rant or whatever about whatever the hell is about to happen. It feels like subliminal messaging, not to get it's creepy. It's super, super, super creepy. Okay, so all right, so that's, you know, and then we got it. Like Taylor Swift was there, you know, she was there. And 124 million views, and not one person was able to say ceasefire. It's disappointing, but, you know, not expecting much from these individuals. Now, who in the chat knows who the Strokes are? I'm just leaving this with some levity for, this is not levity, this is also like just straight up embarrassing for this individual and creepy lame. Is creepy lame a thing? Creepy lame. But who knows the Strokes? Actually, let me see if I can find. Okay. I did find it. Who knows the Strokes? Oh, and that was something else I wanted to talk about. I keep forgetting about that. I do want to say, actually, what's her name's? Actually, I'm going to pull this up really quickly before we get into the Strokes here. So we know this incredible individual right here who recently, you know, won, what was it, a Golden Globe for the Martin Scorsese film. Her name is Lily Gladstone, and I guess she says here, Lily Gladstone calls out Kansas City Chiefs, which, by the way, for misrepresentation when reflecting on being the first Native American to be nominated for Best Actress at #Oscars. But that's a lot of history and a lot of years of exclusion or misrepresentation. And I mean, Super Bowl's tomorrow. We haven't come that far if we look at one of the teams that's playing. And I just want to give absolutely, we haven't come that far. And it's an Arrowhead. And apparently, I mean, I think there's like a history here. Let me just see. I guess this is the oh no. This was the Texas logo. Like, that's another thing too. Chiefs. And there was someone else who I never even thought about this before, by the way. But when it comes to what is it? Is it I think it is, right? Let me make sure about this. Isn't it? Yeah, so like CEO, for example, is, you know, chief executive officer. And when you think about that too, and what it has become, these white men who are in these positions of power making horrific decisions that literally destroy our planet, destroy our humanity, destroy our connection to one another. And you think about just even the word CEO, Chief Executive Officer. And it's just so upsetting. Even that. Someone said to me the other day, and I was like, whoa, I never even thought about that. And it's so deeply upsetting when you think about it. So deeply upsetting. And, you know, so I guess I shouldn't expect much from, you know, a man who is playing on a team called Chiefs to say permanent ceasefire when they haven't even changed the team name. So what was I doing? What was I doing talking about that for what? Still was worth it though. it still was absolutely worth it for me to call that out. Okay, wonderful that she said that. I just wanted to give a shout out to her. Her voice should definitely be heard. And, I know that this community could not agree with her enough. Moving on to the Strokes. So who knows the Strokes? To be honest, I know of the Strokes. I know the Strokes through, I'm pretty positive their songs played on the OC and shows like that. I wasn't a huge Strokes fan growing up, but I know that my husband actually... Wait, you guys, I just realized that, and that makes this so much worse. My husband and I's first kiss was while a Strokes vinyl was playing. Technically. I can't believe it. I totally forgot about that right now. I remember Miko, he put on the Strokes, put it on, and then we had our first kiss. Oh, this so ruins it now. Wait, the one I find is Police I'll replace Overseer. Becca. Okay, so the Strokes, very well-known band. The lead, that's something I actually had to look up, but I didn't pull it up here. The lead singer is a man named Julian Casablancas. And, he's now how old? I guess he's in his 40s. Wow, yeah, he's basically, he's in his 40s. So he's in his 40s. He has 2 children, 2 boys. We're going to call him today an alleged dad because a really good friend of mine sent me over a Reddit thread about Julian and his a little bit concerning habit of sliding into young girls' DMs. And I couldn't believe that. I've seen a lot of DM slides in my day, either from, friends of mine who've shown me theirs or ones that I've received. And it really is the modern day catcalling. And I don't think we talk about that enough. I saw that on the Reddit thread and I was like, that's so true. It really is the modern day catcalling. We should not be getting hit on, through our DMs. It's invasive, you open it and you're like, okay, who is this? And then you read what it is and you're like, kind of just, it's modern day catcalling because it feels still invasive to me, even though it is virtual. And so anyways, he's an alleged dad. His dad is an alleged dad. So he's an alleged dad, and his dad also is an alleged dad. Because let me find this really quickly. I think it says it here on the Reddit thread. But I guess apparently his dad was an old man and was preying on 15-year-old girls in a relationship with a 15-year-old girl. Wait, I need to find him here. John Casablancas. Okay, let's find him really quickly because I want to show everyone this. This was out in the open. His dad was just legit doing this out in the open. No, give me this. John Casablancas. Okay, yeah, here he is. And then I want to see 15-year-old girlfriend. I think this is it. Private dinners. Stephanie Seymour. She was 15 years old at the time. Okay, let's just check this out really quickly. Brooke, thank you so much. I'm celebrating your first super on a live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Okay, so his dad is named John Casablancas, and they divorced in 1903 as he was having a public affair with Look of the Year contest finalist Stephanie Seymour, 15 years old at the time. In 1993, the 50-year-old Casablancas married his third wife, 17-year-old Aline. So he's a straight up, this is in my opinion, PDF file. His dad, John Casablancas, which I didn't even know who he was until, my friends started showing me. Miko started showing me. Jay started showing me. I guess here he is. Oh, wow. Okay, this is him. What is this? Oh, God. Girl crazy? Look at, see how it's flaunted, how the patriarchy just upholds predator supremacy. Like, patriarchy is the gateway, I think, into predatory supremacy. Predator supremacy. Predatory. I don't even know. You get what I'm trying to say. I really feel like it because look at this. Girl crazy. We all know that this man is openly 50 years old, preying on 15-year-old children, and the New York, is it called the New York or the New Yorker magazine, whatever, is literally publicizing the fact that he's girl crazy, praising, honestly, the fact that he is. And it's deeply disturbing. This is the culture that a lot of people grew up in. This is a culture that even I grew up in because I was born in 92. This was around, I think this came out in 93. And it's so deeply terrifying to know that this was the type of behavior that was being publicized, you know, etc. So this is who he is. He's always around girls, models. Is this Trump? Teen models, powerful men, and private dinners. Like, this is the industry. Look at him here. Hyper normalizing predatory behavior. And no one's saying a word about it. Well, the reason why I'm mentioning who John Casablancas is, I want to see who he actually is really quickly, because I just want to know, why is he around models? Oh, he is. Oh my God. He was an American modeling agent for Elite Model Management. That is a huge. Okay, so essentially, Julian Casablancas is a Nepo baby. And now he's in his 40s, and this is what he is up to. You guys ready for this? I'm serious. Get ready. Get ready for this. So this girl made a TikTok video of Julian Casablancas, which, by the way, his screen handle or his Instagram handle is Minor But Major. And my Predator's first song that he wrote about me was Major Minor Love, which was literally talking about the fact that I was a minor. I was a child, and it was very triggering to see. And I get what he's going to say about, you know, minor but major, the joke of it, whatever. But when you're seeing him reaching out to like an early 20s young girl, sliding into her DMs, not Julian being a Nepo baby. I mean, isn't he technically? Am I wrong though, P. Flynn? Okay, so here we go. Julian Casablancas slides into this young woman's DMs and goes howdy, which, by the way, the minute you see howdy, you run. There have been so many douchebags that have messaged me with the word howdy or starting the conversation with howdy, and it never ends well. Howdy, IG showed me pictures of you. It's like, first of all, showed you pictures. You mean, bro, that she showed up on your explore page? You can already tell he's old. IG showed me pictures of you even though I tried to focus on art and human-like animals and people fighting. First of all, I'm sorry. This is just the worst DM slide I think I've ever seen. Am I wrong about this? That is so creepy, and it's so cringy. Crafting Emily, welcome to the munchies. Welcome to the munchies. Okay, first of all, focus on art. Okay, whatever. Human-like animals, okay? And then people fighting, ... So I thought I'd say a respectful, platonic, which, by the way, this is not platonic. There is nothing platonic about Julian Casablancas sliding into a young girl's DMs here, saying howdy, saying that IG showed him her photos. This is modern day catcalling. He is catcalling a very young woman. And on top of that, though, the power dynamic is a little bit not so good. But I love that she was like, fuck no. She just went on TikTok and kind of honestly blasted him. Then he goes, hello, psychic pale, maybe. What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm waiting for the chat on this. Wait. Oof, yeah, I'm going to email you about Ryan Andrews, that creepy dude from Bumble. He opened with howdy as well. Would love to hear your take on the whole ordeal. Please do. Do you see all these men started with howdy? Human like animals? What? Like Sonic? I was thinking like centaur or whatever the fuck. You know, what are they called? When like men are like half like horse and half man or whatever. Modern day catcalling. It's so true, right? You're just like on your Instagram and all of a sudden this guy's sliding into your DM and just like it's invasive. So I don't really know what he means by hello psychic pale. That just seems very odd. He's maybe, and then he goes the end. Then he goes returning to self-imposed solitude. Dude, how about you stay in solitude and reflect on the fact that you just did this and now it's everywhere on the internet and you are being shown for, I guess, the weird, cringe, creepy dude that you might be. And it just kind of freaks me out because this is also could be a cycle, because looking at who his father is, this is kind of sad, to be honest. Yeah, it's just, this is ridiculous. I had to show this to you all because I honestly just could not believe. Like, let's see what everyone's saying here. The text reads like an incapable fedora-wearing incel trying to communicate with a woman. Definitely very milady vibes. Sorry, I shouldn't even be laughing because this is like, I don't like that he did this, but also like we can laugh at him, right? I mean, this is ridiculous. Okay, tips hat, stay away from me, milady. Oh my god, this though right now. These famous men really have no game. Their whole game and charm is their money and fame. This is very true. Because look what happens when he's sliding into a DM. You can really see how incapable he is of actually talking to another human being. Yeah, like, can he stay in solitude? Yeah, can he? As seen here, even that doesn't always help them. True. I was about to say he's never had to have game for a lot of these A-list dudes who came up before IG don't know how to shoot their shot. Yeah, and it's also just platonic howdy. It's like howdy is never platonic. I used to think he was cool as shit. Yeah, he's really... I remember a whole bunch of guys and like even friends, they thought, the Strokes is very cool. I think this definitely killed the cool factor when it comes to the Strokes, in my personal opinion. It's just, it's not the vibe. Do you think he talks like that to a woman in their 40s and 50s? Exactly, P. Flynn. No, he does not. So true. So it would, if anyone spoke to even me like that at 31, I'm almost about to be 32, I would literally block that person. I would just be like, excuse me? What the hell? Oh shit, I say howdy all the time. Well, Sia, you saying howdy, you're not them. Sia, you are completely fine. You are not them. But actually, speaking of the patriarchy and speaking of this shit, hold on. There's something that Miko sent me recently that blew my mind. Wait till you guys see this. Are you ready? No, this is on a level. Hold on. Where is this? Hold on. I need to find this because it blew. Was this sent? I wish Miko was in here so he can tell me if it's sent in, Is it sent? Where is it? Here, I got it. I got it. Let's go over here. Let's see if I can find this I have it open, but I need it to be on this page and not be... God, why is Instagram on the desktop just the worst? Where is this? Nope. All right. I guess I'm going to have to do it. Oh, here it is. Got it. Okay. You all ready for this? This really blew my mind. All right. So you guys all remember Nintendo. Everyone remember Nintendo? Anyone remember the ads when it came to Nintendo? That apparently the head of Nintendo, CEO, whatever, said everything that we marketed to specifically 8 to 10-year-old boys. And so let's just take a look at these ads here because I could not believe them. Why? Can you? Oh, yes. Okay, there we go. All right, everyone. Ready for this? Okay, so here's the first one, which I was like, okay, what exactly are they referring to here? Then look at this, the second best thing to do in the dark. And you're like, okay, I see the puns here. They're lame, but how far are we actually going to go with this? What the fuck is this? 8 to 10-year-old boys. Look at this ad. It says the new Game Boy Pocket, seriously distracting. Like what? So the kid what? Doesn't want to abuse a woman because he's distracted by the Game Boy? And then you're like, wait, why is this woman like what is happening here? Sorry. My brain just broke. My brain just I need a second. I need a second to just let this I just need this to sink in. Why is the woman chained, first of all, around a young boy? Number one. Because remember, it's called Game Boy. Number one. Number two. What exactly is the message here that they're trying to send to young boys? That what? You'll ignore women that are being mistreated because you're so distracted by your Game Boy? Or you won't, like, what is happening? What is it, consensual? Yeah, what's happening here? Yeah, totally marketing BDSM towards an 8 and 10-year-olds. That's exactly what it is. And then check this. Okay, so it gets worse, you guys. It gets worse. Okay, so what the fuck is that? Now moving on. This, keep it in your pants. Wait, let me see if I can actually see what this says here. Or anywhere else you want. New Game Boy Pocket. And you're like, okay, keep it in your pants. Here we go again. Like, we get what you're going for here. Got it. This, though? I was offended by this because this is creating boys to not see or not respect women, girls. To me, like, the subliminal messaging that I'm getting is that you're only holding her to get something from her. So while in the meantime that you're doing this thing just to, like, whatever, you can be playing your Game Boy behind her back, you know? It says escape. It's like, what are you escaping from? Someone loving you? And see, that's the patriarchy right there. It's trying to get boys to feel like intimacy. You know, someone caring for them, someone loving them and them loving them back, or them feeling something back, you know, is weak, or it's something that's not something to be cherished, not something to be experienced. And you really see this here. Yeah, games over women. I'm like, yeah, right, too, right? Like, yeah, right. Nice try, Game Boy. And also Walmart, shame on you. All right, next thing here. I'm scared to get this flagged from the music. What? The fuck is happening? Wow, it's just like straight up pure, honestly, misogyny when it comes to, okay, here we go. This one's so...
How did you get in here? The point is, Matthew, I'm here. Here for you. Me? Chocolate cake, Game Boy, and me.
hold on. This woman is like 30 years old. This boy is like legit 7 or 8 years old. What is happening? This is what was being programmed and indoctrinated into young boys' minds. And this is why the patriarchy is so dangerous. It is dangerous for everyone other than, a boy, man, for sure. But it is so dehumanizing even for boys, men, because this is what they're taught. This is how they're being taught to be. It's all making a lot of sense too. Okay, let's continue.
Which would you like first?
Which one would you
How
like
did you get in here?
first?
The point is, Matthew, I'm here.
This is horrible and so dehumanizing. Like, what is happening? And this one, though, you guys, this one. I think maybe we might have to send this to Julian Casablancas with his whole human-like animals. Game Boy more fun than a ferret down your trousers. Who are these fucking people? Who are these people? Who's making this? What's happening? Get me out. We might need to send this to Julian Casablancas, though. I'm not going to lie. Is this Julian Casablancas? Sorry, I had to make myself laugh here for a second because I'm just so deeply disturbed. Like, what does that even mean? And why are they even thinking like that? You're like, what the fuck is this? Okay, let's see what's next. I'm scared to literally see what's next. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. My stick is pure joy. Charge, and it's no extra. Me standard Avanyeko joystick. Any questions? I actually have a few questions here. Why is everything being utilized as this like phallic? Like, it's so on the nose of phallic symbols. Like, it's so weird. I'm never going to be by what? Wait, innuendo right now? I literally would not be able to, I'm not able to look at video game, whatever controllers ever the same. How does it just keep getting worse? Let's see what the last one is. I'm scared. You guys ready for this? Feel free to stare, ladies. Pocket size. That is the lame. I'm so glad it ended like that. I'm so glad that it didn't get worse. It just got flat. It actually sounded like a Julian Casablanca DM. Just like, howdy. Feel free to stare, ladies. And it's like Julian Casablancas or whatever his name is. This is just... It's interesting. Actually, if you know what I might want to do is if you see any like patriarchal, womanizing, dehumanizing, ads from the past that companies have done, please share it on the Reddit, because I kind of want to, maybe like every other episode or something, we can kind of look at ads from the past, because I have a feeling that this is not the worst series that Game Boy has made. And also, I have a feeling that there have been countless ads like this that just dehumanize everyone. Hi, Steven. So nice to see you here. The previous ones numb you to how much this one sucks. Wait. Beeflin, because now this feels tame somehow. Totally. I completely agree. It's so old perfume ads are awful. I've heard this and I've seen some. Definitely have seen some shitty JD. Those are recent, but you know what I mean, innuendo. So ridiculous. I mean, these ads are just, it's sad because we were also seeing that, you know, even I'm not an 8 to 10-year-old boy, you know, but I was probably seeing subliminal messages like this in advertisements for quite some time. And, you know, what does that do to our psyche? Like, what does that do to our perspectives of ourselves, perspectives of ourselves and others? How does that affect the world? And I really do believe it does. I now see why. I can see, and again, trauma explains behavior, does not excuse it, right? But like, I can see why a lot of the guys when I was younger acted kind of, you know, the way that they did, like young boys, teenagers, especially if this is what was being fed to them, this was what was being taught to them. They dehumanize literally everyone, you're right. Like, how did you manage that? The world is doomed. Did you say Japan be wild? 60s Folgers coffee ads are pretty awful. Really? Each generation gets a little farther away from it. So true. And we're now in a situation where ads are being a lot more conscious, and if they're not, they are being called out for it. Which reminded me. So, obviously, you know, the Super Bowl was playing in the house. And for me, we were all waiting to hear something like permanent ceasefire. And instead, there was an ad for Scientology. Scientology bought an ad during the Super Bowl. And it was like already the worst, shittiest ads you could imagine. Like, I just hate corporate everything. But to see Scientology and to see the NFL accept dollar figures, which, you know, we get that. They accepted dollar figures from every worst corporation on Sunday. But to see Scientology spend like $7 million to have an ad, right, at the Super Bowl, and just how triggering that would be for survivors, right? Like, there are so many survivors of Scientology. Maybe they were watching the Super Bowl, watching it at a friend's house, and then they have to see this ad come up, and it's like, you curious? And you're like, oh my God, no. We're so not curious anymore because everything's already out on the table when it comes to Scientology. There's no more curiosity. We got it. Everyone's talking about it. The TikTok is, you got people literally in front of each location day in and day out, exposing them, making content about them. We've now heard so much. There is literally no curiosity left. There's no curiosity left when it comes to Scientology. It's just lock them up, you know, for me personally. It's like, like, why isn't anyone rating? You know, what's going on here? Like, how much longer can this cult, I mean, what is it? Criminal enterprise? What do they call it? Illegal enterprise, criminal enterprise last? And it was just, yeah. Wait, they saying tonight, you need a membership, Chef's Kiss. Who's asking here? Wait, let me see here. Oh, yeah. Why can't I see you? Please consider, donating in some of the Christian group. Did someone say something? Membership, Chef's Kiss, and dinner party. Oh, that was another thing I just wanted to ask the chat. Is there a winner for the raffle? I know that we were looking for the winner in the Discord community, but we haven't been able to figure out. They weren't in the Discord, right? Innuendo? Can we there is a winner for the raffle. Wait, Steve Russell. Wait, who's Steve Russell? Wait, Steve. Oh, yeah, we can talk more about that person. I mean, not today. What? To record. What? Okay, that's fine. Sia drew one. Okay, great. Who is the person? Wait, isn't Steven a member? Wait, why isn't Steven showing up green? Steven, aren't you a member? Don't you have a membership, Steven? Bunch of people in the shower. Really? Can we? Any ad that you can find when it comes to this, let's throw it into the Reddit, because on Thursday we're gonna be I think talking with Sia. We're gonna be going into our Reddit page and talking about, you know, everything that's been in there, because I need to catch up. There is so much in there that I haven't been able to like go through. So we're gonna like go into the Reddit, put anything you want in there. Wait, I don't know. Yeah, I thought, Steven, you were. I am a member. Yeah, why aren't you green? That's so strange. I saw you green before. Weren't you like in one of the right? Okay, so that's another thing I wanted to end this video. Like, thank you all so much for being here. I just want to remind everyone, please like this video if you can. Please subscribe. Please share it. Turn your notifications on. This is completely community built DIY. And you becoming a member, you just being here matters. Becoming a Patreon member, which, let me just show that really quickly. Oh my God, this guy. I had to like check out who it was. I totally forgot about him. So we have Patreon. We have a bunch of tiers. It gives you access to the Discord. I'm finally like really getting into the thick of the magazine, the Survivor magazine. And so I want to give a shout out to all of the Patreon members who have been making this dream come true. Thank you guys so much. The Patreon really goes towards the movement itself and the passion projects that I am currently working on. Also gives you access to a bunch of things like the workshops and, you know, even the chef's kiss, all of that. And so if you want to support that way, Patreon's an option. And then we also have the store, which is about spreading awareness. All of the proceeds go towards all of this and keeping this sustainable so that I can keep doing this and that I don't ever have to put my attention elsewhere. And so these are just ways to support everything that we're doing over here at eatpredators Daily. And I just want to give a shout out to all the members here today, all of the new people who are here today, all of the new members, the mods. This entire community is so incredible, and I just want to say that you guys are the best. And we're going to be like this for I think the next 3 episodes while Quiet is doing something. And so I think he'll be returning not next week, but the following week. And so it's just going to be like this for the next couple of episodes. So hopefully I will get the hang of this. Sorry for today and sorry for the delay. I really just honestly did not know how to even get in here without Quiet. So thank you all so much for being here. Steven, link is at the top of the chat. Yeah, Steven, it's right there at the top of the chat. Maybe his expired, because I could have sworn that Steven was in the workshop. But yeah, Steven, it's pinned right there at the top. Welcome new members. And hi, Melanie, love you. Thank you all so much. I will see you on Thursday. Oh, we have so many exciting things happening. And I will be interviewing the reported survivor of Crazy Days and Nights. We also have an incredible survivor that is coming onto the show. We're doing this pre-recorded. This is going to be incredible. This individual is so inspiring. This is massive. Such an honor to be able to have a conversation with her here on Eat Predators Daily. And that will air on March 16th. And so we have a lot of exciting things happening, and just want to say thanks again for being there along the way. You all are the best, and I'll see you on Thursday. I was going to sing Viva Las Vegas, but let's just say Viva Palestine. Bye, everyone. God, I really can't get his voice out of my mind. Bye, you guys.